Also in the region, tensions continue to rise in the Red Sea, where a U.S.-led international maritime force is on patrol, guarding shipping routes from rebel groups. On social media yesterday, U.S. Central Command confirmed the United States deployed planes to shoot down missiles and drones launched by Houthi rebels. So, Admiral, this is exactly what you were talking about a moment ago, coming from all angles, all Iranian-backed groups, whether it's the Houthis or it's Hezbollah, obviously Hamas down in Gaza. So this is right in your wheelhouse. Let's talk about the shipping lanes in the Red Sea and the United States' responsibility here. They thwarted those attacks yesterday from these sort of low-level drones. What is the United States going to do if the attacks are ramped up, if it's a missile strike or something heavier coming at them?
Yeah, let's start with the context here. The Red Sea is the size of the state of California, so it's enormous. You can see it. It's the blue body of water in the center of that graphic. We're trying to patrol it, if you will, with about half a dozen guided missile destroyers. So picture trying to control California with 6 police cars. It's just an enormous challenge. And that's before you get into the area, Willie, just south of the Arabian Peninsula, where you have double the size of Alaska. You have about another half dozen ships there. So it sounds great, right? The United States is on patrol. And good news, we've created an international coalition, as we are wont to do, this one called Prosperity Guardian, Operation Prosperity Guardian, bringing in and this is a good thing. So far, about a dozen allies are going to contribute ships. But boy, it's like trying to drink the ocean at this point. It's a huge area. So that's the context. I think we are unfortunately going to see the Houthis, who are simply creatures of Iran, they're acting under direction of Iran, continue to go after shipping. And here's why you ought to care. Do you remember 2 years ago when a ship closed the Suez Canal because it turned sideways in the Suez Canal? That brought the global supply chain not quite to its knees, but significant slowdown. That's because about 20% of the world's shipping passes through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, which is at the very top of the Red Sea. So we had to worry about this a lot. And to answer your question, what do we do about it? In addition to being defensive and getting more ships out to patrol and keep that flow of global shipping open, I think we're going to have to ultimately go after the Houthi camps ashore on the Arabian Peninsula and possibly go after Iran itself. And back to the political side of this, that's exactly where the administration does not want to go, does not want to expand this. On the other hand, he will get pressure from the right, from the Republican Party, saying, why aren't you doing more to respond to these attacks? It's a conundrum for the administration. And of course, it lands even as they're trying to deal with what's happening in Gaza and ding, 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 what's happening in Ukraine.
So, Admiral, put together what's happening in the Red Sea with the attacks Ali Arouzi was just talking about. Those right there, 105 total attacks on U.S. troops. That's an awful lot, more than I think most Americans realize, coming in Syria and Iraq. What is the objective here from Iran? As you say rightly, these are proxy groups for Iran. What do they want? Are they trying to draw the United States into war by attacking our troops on bases, by going after ships in the Red Sea?
No, I think what they are trying to do is avoid going into a big war with the United States. And that's why our responses have to be measured, but they are going to have to be increasingly forceful. What Iran is trying to do here is take advantage of the situation in Gaza, where Israel has committed a significant portion of its military power. Iran wants to take advantage of that, Willie, by pushing from the north with Hezbollah, by conducting more attacks in and around Syria and Iraq, where we have thousands of troops in Iraq and hundreds of troops in Syria. They're not in the best defensive positions. Iran is going to test that. And then this shipping route approach is designed to create a lot of chaos, elevate oil prices. That's good news for Iran, of course. And lastly, Iran wants to appear strong, powerful in the Middle East. They're also showing their capabilities to their two sponsors, China and Russia. So Iran will continue pushing, my view, until we push back a lot harder than we have so far. That's not welcome news in the White House.